All right, I'd like to call this meeting to order and recognize we have all of our members present this evening. If you would please stand as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we've all had a chance to view the agenda for this evening. I need approval. A motion and a second to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. We have nobody signed up tonight for public comment, so we're going to skip over that section this evening and move right into our Covington Elementary School Trojan Spotlight segment. Mrs. Beck.
So every year, the Fountain County Historical Society offers a 4th grade essay competition to the children in our county. And these ladies and gentlemen were the recipients of some cash prizes and were recognized in front of their peers. So they're going to start and they're going to go down the line and introduce themselves and tell you who they wrote about.
Tell you what, why don't you come up and turn, I'd rather have them see you, your parents and everybody, than us see you. So come up here and turn around and face out there. There you go.
My name is Grace Fox. I received 3rd place and a $10 prize. I wrote my essay on Eugene Savage, a famous artist and sculptor who was born in Covington. He painted 2 of the large paintings in the inside of the courthouse and became world famous. My name is Jesse Todd and I received 2nd place and a $15 prize for my essay on Isaac Coleman. He came here about 200 years ago and gave land for the courthouse to be built on and also land for a school here in Covington. He settled in Mexico with his family. My name is Cam Baldwin. I received 1st place and $25. I wrote my essay on David M. Shoup. He lived in Covington, was a distinguished U.S. Marine Corps officer, Medal of Honor recipient, and the 2nd commander of the Marine Corps. He was known for his leadership during World War II. The bridge over the Wabash is named after him.
My name is Brooklyn Tolley, and I was honored to be an award of an overall Fountain County, worth you $50. I wrote my essay on George D. Hay, who lived in Attica and became famous radio announcer. He hosted live music shows on a radio before people had TVs. Eventually, the show became known as the Grand Ole Opry.
Boys and girls, thank you so much for representing our school so well. We also appreciate the Historical Society doing this because it encourages the kids to dig a little deeper into their community and learn a little bit more about the leaders that helped shape it. We also have their full essay. Do you want to pick someone to give it to? Each of you go pick one of these board members.
I like this guy.
Here, you, Gracie. For you. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity for us to celebrate them.
Awesome. Very good. Give him a chance to. All right, that brings us to our next segment, which is our Stellar Employee of the Month Award.
Stellar Employees graciously sponsored by Overpass Pizza. It is my honor to nominate Miss Chelsea Market for this month's Stellar Employee Award in recognition of her outstanding dedication to the students of CMS. Her commitment to excellence, combined with the genuine care she shows for every student, makes her truly deserving of this type of recognition. Miss Market's passion for teaching shines through in engaging lessons she creates, making learning both exciting and meaningful for her students. During a classroom observation in December, I had the opportunity to see this firsthand. Students were presented with a challenge of designing and building a sleigh and a ramp with one goal in mind. Their sleigh had to travel the greatest distance while carrying 2 presents. With limited materials but unlimited creativity, students tested ideas, solved problems, collaborated with one another, and refined their designs. The result of this classroom was a classroom filled with ingenious sleighs, clever engineering, and authentic learning in action. Simply put, her students truly slayed this challenge. Secondly, Mrs. Market consistently goes above and beyond for her students, often dedicating extra time to support those who need additional encouragement or guidance. During Ms. Hardy's observations, it is common to see her working at a small table with a group of students, providing targeted instruction and individualized support. I've witnessed her reteach concepts to students who were struggling, help students catch up after absences, and introduce new strategies to strengthen their understanding. One particular example occurred as students prepared for the iLearn assessment. Using testing data, Ms. Market formed a small group and introduced a strategy she called the bullseye method. After modeling this strategy, students began working independently, using markers to place their own answer choices on the board. This approach not only strengthened their comprehension skills, but also built confidence as they practiced a clear process for evaluating answers. Ms. Market's classroom is a place where students are inspired to do their very best each day. As Brad Henry once said, a good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Ms. Market does exactly that through her engaging instruction, encouragement, and genuine care for her students. CMS is lucky to have her.
Congratulations.
Speech and
Good
speech.
job.
Can I get a quick picture with your family? I'm sorry, not to
Oh,
take
you're
over,
fine.
but if you just want to sit there, I'll just take a picture. Sit down real quick. This is when you'll have to frame at home. Smile, smile. One, two, three. Perfect, thank you. Thank you girls for coming. You're gonna have to plant that in the yard. Keep working on the horse, okay? We lost our first 2 there.
Yo,
Yesterday.
nice.
Hello, thank you.
Exciting. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our consent agenda. That includes the review and approval of minutes. That's the regular session board meeting on March the 10th. Our executive session meetings on the 10th, the 2nd, and the 7th of April. Also, review and approval of claims docket. Review and approval of fundraisers. I do have, there is one fundraiser. It's for the cheerleading team. And then no donations this month. And then a review and approval of field trips. There's a lot of field trips because it's that time of year. So anything from automotive class to the 8th grade class going to Twin Lakes. So there's Wild Indiana's also on there. So a big list of field trips to consider. Also the personnel report. So I need a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any questions about anything on the consent agenda? No questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. I would like to say, it seems like we rushed through that, but we all have, and you guys have access to that, all those things as well, except for the personnel report. So it's not like we come in here and we just fly through all these things. So they're in the consent agenda is all one item. So, but we do have access to that. Usually we get the agenda on Wednesday or Thursday the week before, so we've had time to go over it, so, and we'll talk about any concerns that we have, so, just want you to feel easy to know that we're not just rubber stamping a lot of things, so. Old business, second reading and approval of policies, 2221 through 3232, 0.02. I need a motion and a second to approve second reading on these policy approvals.
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of policies 2221 through 32320.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any question on any of those policies? No questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Which leads us to new business. Review and approval of a CTE Early Childhood Education Program. We got Mr. Newby here tonight to kind of represent and talk about that a little bit.
Wherever you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, thanks for inviting me here today. And first, I want to start off by, as always, thanking all of you for supporting career and technical education for your students, and some great things are happening with your students and throughout the 4 counties. So thank you for that. Commend Mrs. McGee for her vision to definitely look at what the needs are for our community and potentially create a way to meet those needs. And there's a definite need for people to work in early childhood education. And there's a need locally for your folks to have those opportunities for their children to be in that type of facility. So really what we're doing here today is just to talk a little bit about an early childhood education program that would be created here at Covington and shared, and where students would come in and receive their training and also assist to learn in that early childhood setting here at Covington. So right now, there are students, we did a survey, and we really did a lot of work to see, are there students interested? And these numbers are solid for a first year program. Those are right on target for what you would hope to have in a first year program. 6 students from Fountain Central as of today. 2 students from Seeger, and whenever we printed this, it was 3 students from Covington, but I did get notice that there would be a 4th one added, so there will be a 4th one from Covington. This is a 2-year program. They don't have to take it for 2 years, but there is the opportunity for them to take that and get high school credits and college credits over that 2-year period, their junior and senior year of high school. So in addition to the dual credit, there's also the opportunity for them to get the CDA certification. So that is a Child Development Associate, and that gives them basically, opens the door to most opportunities in an early childhood setting. Over there on the second page, I just listed a few things so we don't have things settled yet, but we do have opportunities for dual credit because it just depends. I believe you have somebody in line to hire for this potential position. And so I'd like to have those discussions with that individual to make sure that we can kind of cater the program to meet what that individual wants to do for their students. But Indiana State and Ivy Tech have very similar dual credit opportunities, where that first year you're getting up to 18 dual credits for taking that particular course. And that's, the students don't often recognize the importance and the financial value of those free dual credits, but the parents do. And so those are some good opportunities for them. And then that second year, there's an additional 6 that could be taken at that point. And then I listed some career pathways. And then on the back, that's the part that you like to pay attention to in addition to the others, and that's the financial overview. And so the budget would be right at $38,808. And that's an estimate, but it won't be too far off from that, with a cost per student of right at $3,528. Now, I on the way here, I noticed I didn't do my math very well under this cost breakdown section, so I can send you some corrections on that. But so that would it basically total Southeast Fountain paying $21,168, and MSD Warren County $7,056, and then Covington $10,584 for that half-day program. And the good thing is the state of Indiana then reimburses each school for their students who are enrolled in that particular program. So the state will pay $1,197 per student enrolled. So the total cost isn't as high as what it shows. But really why this program matters is, we have a very robust education professions program, and it's doing great. And we're getting right at 50% of our students who are going furthering their education to go into the teaching field. And so early childhood, yes, while it's similar, it's different. People have different interests, different needs, and it's a different path. And it's really a good opportunity for us to offer those opportunities for that particular student who wants to be working with the young students. And what we were really excited about, because the other thing we didn't want to do was cannibalize our education professions program, and that's located at Southeast Fountain and provides services to all 4 of the schools in Fountain and Warren County. And we saw just a minimal reduction in the amount of students enrolled in that education professions class. So it really it fit all the check boxes, and the rest of the superintendents in Fountain and Warren County are supportive of this. And so,
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
What's the capacity? Like, do we know how as far as how many students would be in it before it be like full?
Well, I mean, the goal is to have enough students to grow the program to a full day program. And I think we would have to really take this is like your pilot year, right? So you have the half day program, you have a new instructor, a new program, in your facilities. So I think this would be a good idea to say, okay, do we need more? Like, how many more can we handle during this period of time? So these students will be here in the morning, the first half of the day. We have capacity to then the following year go to a full day where you have a set of students in the AM, set of students in the PM. So, ideally, I would think right up to 28 would be considered a full program, morning and afternoon combined.
And the other part which I know you guys know, but there's not daycare in our area. It's a definite need. It was one of the first things that was brought to my attention when I moved here. But starting next year, we will have an in-house daycare. It'll only be for employee kids right now, but with the early learning program, we hope to be able to secure a site license so that then following year we can open it up to the community. And then for pre-K, we have had a great number of people apply. We'll actually be offering an all-day pre-K, so pre-K plus extended day. And then we have enough to have 2 sections of half-day daycare as well. So all of the kids that are in this early learning program will be able to go over and work in those classrooms and get hands-on experience. So we're really excited about that. So,
Do any of your southern schools have this program? Yeah.
Early childhood does not exist in the South. No.
Okay.
So right now we have education professions, but none of them have really had a similar opportunity to create that early childhood programming down there.
and the certificate they will have when they leave, if they so chose, they could be a director of a daycare, they could open a daycare, so.
It's a very robust certificate. It's pretty tough to get, as far as it takes a lot of time. It takes, you're put together a portfolio, and they have a lot that they have to prove that they know. That's why it's very valuable for them to have that certification when they go out.
Anybody else? All right. Well, so I need a motion to accept the early childhood education program.
I'll make a motion to accept the early childhood program.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions at all?
It all developed a lot quicker than we kind of expected. I'm pleased, but it's happening fast.
Absolutely.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, I have review and approval of out-of-country trip. Presentation by Ms. Kemper.
Hi again, everybody.
You're always going somewhere.
Are you tired of me yet? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Very envious.
Here we go. Oh, go ahead, Vicky. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Well, sorry. Here I am again, introducing another trip somewhere else I want to go. I'm the crazy art teacher, for those of you that don't know, Lindsay Kemper. So here's our track record so far. First, we went to Italy. This year for spring break, we went to Belize. When school gets out, just after graduation, we're hitting DC and New York. Japan is planned for 2027, and rumors are flying. Where are we going for 2028? Here's some snapshots. Of course, the pictures say everything. Just look how much fun we had. It was awesome. Here's some pictures from Belize if you haven't seen them yet. A cooking class, pottery class. We went zip lining. The kids got to kayak and canoe at one of our hotel resorts. We were out of breath climbing to the very top of that ruins there. And here we are. I would like to go to Italy and Greece in summer of 2028. So here's the stretch of time, our little travel window, if you will. This was the best time for the price of all the things that we're going to get to do there. And here's the breakdown. So we'll go to Vatican City, the Sistine Chapel. We'll do the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. And then, of course, we'll go see some famous Renaissance art in Florence. We'll visit a UNESCO site, the Castle in the Sky. And of course, the Temple of Apollo and the Parthenon. Some bucket list things there. Here's what's included. Nothing new. Nothing's changed from the previous international flights. I basically treat it like an all-inclusive vacation. You pay this price and this includes your overnight stays and most of your food, not your snacks or unexpected luggage if you overpack. But everything is included, and I can't stress enough how awesome that is to not have to worry about all of that stuff. Here's what's not included if you do overpack. We've been awesome in doing carry-on only. I'm so proud of all of our people. Carry-on only is awesome.
My wife hasn't been on these trips.
Here's the breakdown. It looks really sweet in the pink. That is more than doable. And of course, the total overall cost is in the smaller print right below that. And here's why EF leads the way in travel-based learning. I've met so many people, never heard of this before Mr. Kersey brought it here with him. And now the more I'm like, oh, I'm traveling with EF. Oh, we do that too. Or our school does that too. And so look at all of our friends nearby that are also doing the same thing. And it's growing all the time. And it's really amazing what kind of opportunities everyone's doing around us. So we're doing it too. Everywhere on the map is where they have an office at. So basically they're ready to hit the ground running at any given time if there were to be an incident, if you will. And the peace of mind is just there with them. They just know what they're doing. They're experienced. And we saw it in Italy and I saw it in Belize. And, because there's going to be unexpected things that happen. Your flight might get canceled or a hotel might be overbooked. And they are right there to handle all those things. And here's my favorite part, the testimonies. So even though Heidi's butt got bit by a catfish while we were cave tubing, she still says, don't be afraid to try new things because you never know, you might like it. And if it goes bad, like the catfish, you can always laugh about it later. And my best friend, Amber, pays to go on these trips with us. So she went to Italy and she went to Belize. And so there's a picture of her and our very own Paisha climbing to the top, braving their fears to go ziplining. And Paisha went upside down on the zip line, I must add. I have to add, she went upside down on the zip line. Yes, on purpose.
Wow.
Yes, she did like the Spider-Man thing. It was really cool. And then the last picture is of Paisha's daughter, Chloe. Chloe got to paddleboard, which she's already really good at, but look at the smiles. That's just awesome. That's the last slide. Thank you.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
I can't book for myself, I can't hardly book flights 7 months out. So how do they How do they do it and keep the price?
I really don't think they book till about 90 days out.
So they just,
Get your money.
yeah, I mean,
I start booking personal trips about 6 months out. But I don't, yeah, it's a
I've always been curious how they are able to do that and keep because you never know, flights could go nuts in that amount of time, so. But
Yeah,
I
you're
guess
right.
they just eat because they've already given you a price.
Yes,
So there's
I've
no
thought
chance-
about this
There's no
too.
chance of it, I mean, what they give you is, there's no chance of it like, oh yeah, it's gonna go up.
No.
It's-
yeah, it is what it is. What you
Yeah.
see is what you get.
Cool.
It is cool.
So now when our students are taking the actual tours and all those kind of things, how many other students from other schools are with them?
Quite a
Yeah.
few. Like for example, when we went to Italy, did you know that Fountain Central was with us? They had 14. So we were coincidentally partnered with them while we were there. When we were in Belize, we were partnered with another small school from Tennessee. So it just depends on your group size. So we had 27 in Italy, so it just so happened that our 27 worked with Fountain Centrals in the same time frame. So depending on your group size, you will be paired with somebody else from another school, other students doing the same thing you're doing. It's really cool. The planning, I can't even fathom the amount of planning that goes into this. It's quite interesting.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, well, I need a motion and a second to approve this out-of-country trip to Italy and Greece.
Make a motion to approve the out-of-country trip.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. Moving on to review and approval of 26-27 curriculum, 6 through 12, McGraw-Hill Alex at a cost of $4,436.64. We do all these separately, all these review and approvals separately on these, because they're different, so.
You have to do them separately.
I mean, that's what I'm asking, I guess.
Yeah, I
They're
think,
line items, so I guess
Yes.
we'll do them separately,
Yes.
so. I have to admit, I don't know anything about this stuff, so,
the Alex is the computer program that in middle school they use for math. And it's like it supplements the direct instruction that they get. So right now, this year, most of the students have a math block, and then they have a block where they're doing Alex, so it's putting them.
It's individualized.
Yeah.
They take a placement test and it kind of creates a path for them.
so we have, I know, I heard about my kids come out, they said they did
Complaining about
Alex,
it.
so I know so we have it now, so this is just,
We do
Yeah,
it. We've
this is
had it
just-
for a
all of
long
No, this
time.
is
time.
new.
Still have.
This is
Correct.
just,
Yes,
this is just
nothing
new
new.
curriculum for the coming year,
Right.
so. Okay, so, I need a motion for that, Alex, the 6 through 12, for the next school year.
I'll make a motion.
to approve Alex for next school year.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second, any questions?
It's very challenging.
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Okay, review and approval of the 26-27 curriculum, 6 through 8. I don't know how you say that.
ELA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabbath.
Sabbath, ELA at a cost of $6,560, so.
And what's that?
ELA, reading and writing, reading and English curriculum.
It's the same one we have now. It's like our textbook.
All right, I need a motion, and a second for this.
I'll make a motion to approve the 26-27 curriculum for Sabas ELA and the cost of $6,560.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
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 None opposed. And lastly, the 26-27 curriculum, 6th to 8th grade, Sabbath social studies at a cost of $5,780. Are these books, or is it all?
It's digital. We
Digital,
have
yeah,
a set in the
Chromebooks,
classroom,
yeah.
but then it's a digital, the students access it on their Chromebooks.
Okay. So I need a motion and a second for this as well.
I'll make a motion to approve the curriculum for social studies.
I'll second.
A motion and second. Any questions?
So do they actually use the textbooks or is it just?
Some kids do. When they're in Mr. Beaver's class, there's a set of like 25 books, so they have the option. But a lot of kids do like it on the, and it's nice because we have our accommodations, so like students can have it read, the lesson can be read out loud to them. There's interactive like tools to the side, there's video clips and things like that that they do use.
Oh, wait, yes, we have, yeah. Go ahead and finish it.
We have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. What were you saying about this?
So this first policy reading of 6250, sorry, I went to the dentist today, so I'm starting to get my feeling back. So if I sound like I'm slobbering. It's a policy that has to be approved every year, and it talks about what we will accept or allow for students for proof of residency. And so we are not changing ours at all, and what we would want to see to prove that residency would still be like an electric bill, a mortgage statement, a rental agreement. They always ask, you can put in that was it birth certificate? Immunization, but we've never had that as a proof of residency. And I mean, if I gave you my children's proof of residency from their immunization, it's Florida, you know?
Yeah.
So we didn't feel like that was, we didn't feel like we would want to add that. So we left our policy exactly the same.
Okay. So we need to put, this is just first reading, so we don't need to, we'll approve this on May, so that's the first reading, so. All right, that was the only policy on this month's, new business. Nobody was down for general public comments. So that moves us to administrative reports. Vicky, you got anything additional for us? Anything out of the ordinary or?
Not unless any questions?
All right.
I think so.
Paul, you got anything for us? Paul,
Yeah, so out at the sports complex, due to the heavy storms, our air fiber for internet got knocked out. And I think I had told you all before that we signed a contract to have fiber ran out there anyway, underground. So I met with the engineers and the construction crew to get that handled. And they're just designing it, so hopefully within the next month, probably somewhere around June or the end of June, they'll be able to run that line and we'll have a solid internet out there instead of the issues that we've been running with in the past.
Okay.
So that's about the only thing I've got.
Cool. Do you have any reports from Ross at all about anything?
Well, yeah, they're not very good though. When the storm hit, the high jump pit or the high jump mat ended up on the other side of the baseball field. And they just realized, I think at the track meet, that it broke the clips, which could possibly mean that we have to have a whole new mat. And then we still haven't found the pole for the pole vault team. It's probably in a cornfield or somewhere, but.
There were no kids on the mat. That's
No, there was none, and
Well, they were
the
using it
poles-
tonight. It seemed just fine. So
it's still missing, but so we did have, I know it was a lot worse than, so, those are a few things. And then the truck that Ross uses is not working again, so.
I know they had some damage to one of the batting, was it the batting cage?
And they had, yes, I think they were able to get someone to weld that, to fix that, but the track stuff just, they're gonna be working on getting prices, so, yeah, it was a lot more damage than, I can't believe that big heavy mat blew from the high jump pit all the way to the other side of the baseball field.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, Mr. Kersey, you got anything for us tonight? I recognize you're here. You got any pertinent information or?
Great to be here.
Yeah. That's good to hear. All right, Ms. McGee, you got anything additional for us?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Any comments from board members? No. All right, I'd like to recognize our upcoming dates. Regular session board meeting in May will be on May the 11th. Last student day is May 21st, quickly coming. So I need a motion and a second to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second.
A motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.